From victim to survivor, recognizing the signs of a narcissistic mother and healing. A mother is supposed to be a nurturing figure, someone who provides support and encouragement to her children. However, not all mothers are like that. Some mothers can be narcissistic, which means they have an excessive sense of self-importance and require constant attention and admiration. A narcissistic mother can be emotionally draining for her children, leaving them feeling unloved, unwanted, and unimportant. In this video, we will discuss the signs that you may have a narcissistic mother. 1. She puts her needs before yours. Growing up with a narcissistic mother can be an extremely challenging experience. A narcissistic mother will always prioritize her own needs, desires, and aspirations over those of her children. This can lead to a lack of emotional support and neglect in areas such as mental and physical health, education, and personal development. One of the key characteristics of a narcissistic mother is her constant need for attention and validation. She may expect her children to constantly cater to her needs, no matter the situation. For example, if you are sick, your mother may ignore your illness and demand that you do something for her instead. This can lead to feelings of guilt and shame, as well as a sense of obligation to always put your mother's needs before your own. It's important to recognize the sign of a narcissistic mother, as this can help you to better understand and cope with challenges that come with this type of relationship. By setting healthy boundaries, seeking support from others, and prioritizing your own needs and well-being, you can begin to break free from the toxic cycle and regain control over your own life. Remember, you are not alone, and there is always help available for those who need it. 2. She craves attention. Living with a narcissistic mother can be a complex and challenging experience. One of the defining traits of a narcissistic mother is her constant need for attention and admiration. She wants to be the center of attention at all times and will go to great lengths to achieve this. Narcissistic mothers may constantly brag about their accomplishment, demand compliments, or act dramatically to gain attention, even if it means belittling or overshadowing their own children. For children of a narcissistic mother, this constant need for attention can be overwhelming and exhausting. The pressure to always put their mother's needs first can lead to feelings of guilt and shame, as well as a sense of never being good enough. It's important to recognize that this behavior is not normal, and that you deserve to have your own needs and desires recognized and fulfilled. It can be difficult to cope with a narcissistic mother, but setting healthy boundaries and seeking support from others can be incredibly helpful. This may include therapy, support groups, or simply confiding in a trusted friend or family member. By prioritizing your own needs and well-being, you can begin to break free from the toxic cycle and live a happier, healthier life. Remember, you are not alone, and there is always help available for those who need it. 3. She is emotionally distant. Narcissistic mothers are emotionally distant and often do not show empathy or compassion towards their children. They may ignore their children's emotions or dismiss them as being weak or unnecessary. They may also be critical or dismissive of their children's accomplishments or struggles. 4. She is manipulative. Narcissistic mothers are highly skilled at manipulating their children to get what they want. This often involves using guilt, emotional blackmail, or even threats to control their children. For example, a narcissistic mother may guilt trip her child into doing something for her by saying that she sacrificed so much for her child and that her child owes her. She may also use her children as pawns in her games, manipulating them to do things that will benefit her rather than considering the well-being of her children. It can be challenging for children of a narcissistic mother to break free from this toxic cycle. However, it's important to recognize that this behavior is not normal or healthy, and that it's okay to set boundaries and prioritize your own needs. This may involve seeking support from others, such as therapy or support groups, and setting limits on the amount of contact or interaction you have with your mother. By taking control of your own life and prioritizing your own well-being, you can begin to heal and move forward from the emotional scars of growing up with a narcissistic mother. Remember, you are not alone, and there is always help available for those who need it. 5. She is controlling. Narcissistic mothers are often controlling and micromanage every aspect of their children's lives. They may dictate what their children wear, who they can spend time with, or what they can do. They may also be overly critical of their children's choices and punish them for not following their rules. 6. She is envious. Narcissistic mothers can be envious of their children's accomplishment or success. They may see their children as a reflection of themselves and feel threatened by their children's achievement. They may also belittle their children's accomplishment or take credit for their successes. 7. She is emotionally abusive. Narcissistic mothers can be emotionally abusive towards their children. They may use insults, put-downs, or humiliation to control their children. They may also be verbally aggressive or use physical punishment to assert their authority. 8. She lacks empathy. Narcissistic mothers often lack empathy and are unable to understand their children's emotions or feelings. They may be dismissive of their children's pains or struggles and may be indifferent to their children's needs. 9. She gaslights you. Gaslight is a form of emotional abuse where a person manipulates another person to doubt their own perceptions of reality. Narcissist mothers may gaslight their children to control them or to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. They may deny events, shift blame, or twist the truth to make their children doubt their own memory or perception of events. 10. She is self-absorbed. Narcissistic mothers are often only interested in their own needs and desires, leaving their children feeling neglected and unimportant. They may be dismissive of their children's lives, hobbies, and interests, and only engage with them when it serves their own needs. For example, a narcissistic mother may only show interest in her child's achievements or accomplishment if it can be used to enhance her own status. It is important for children of a narcissistic mother to recognize that this behavior is not normal or healthy, and that they deserve to have their own needs and desires recognized and fulfilled. Setting boundaries and seeking support from others can be incredibly helpful in coping with a narcissistic mother. This may include therapy, support groups, or simply finding ways to engage in activities and hobbies that brings you joy and fulfillment. By prioritizing your own well-being and finding ways to connect with others who understand your experience, you can begin to break free from the toxic cycle and live a happier, healthier life. If you recognize this sign in your relationship with your mother, it is important to seek help. A therapist can help you understand the dynamics of your relationship with your mother and help you develop coping strategies. Remember, it's not your fault if you have a narcissistic mother, and you deserve to be treated with respect and love.